Get ready to match the stars. Orson Bean, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Pat Delany, Richard Dawson, and Betty White as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game PM. And now, here's the star of Match Game PM, Gene Rager.
And Johnny Olson. Hello there. Hello. Word of greeting to our regulars. Sweet Brett Summers.
Yes, that's true, isn't it?
The last rose of summer. Hello, Charles Nelson Reilly.
How are you?
I'm very well, you?
Good.
Hello. Miss Betty White, honey, child. Richard Dawson. And then we are very fortunate to have with us Mr. Orson Bean.
How clever of you to remember.
And Pat Delany here. This lady is seen on
Swiss Family Robinson.
Swiss Family
I
Robinson.
owe you $10, Brett.
She was telling us some of the adventures on that. That's a very interesting show to work on. I forgot to say Mary Tyler Moore, but how can I forget that? Because I watch it every week.
I'm on Sunset and Vine.
Let's say hello to our two players, A.J. Carlson and Lieutenant Sheila Hunter. Hello. I would like to find out a little bit about each of you. Sheila, let's begin with you.
Well, I've been in the Navy for approximately 4 years now.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying it. I'm married, just recently married last June, and my husband is a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
So we've completely reversed the role.
Your husband is a nurse?
Yes.
What are you, Sheila?
I'm a line officer.
You're a line officer.
Yes.
Yeah. How is it? It wasn't this way when I was in the service. How is it now, Sheila?
Oh, I love it. My first duty station, of course, before I met my husband.
Yeah.
I was the only woman stationed there.
Really?
Yes.
You holler at the guys and they got to respond?
They certainly did.
No kidding. Holler at me, see if I respond. Okay, Sheila, good luck to you. And now let's find out about A.J.
Well, I'm a professional photographer. I specialize in... Someone likes that out there.
Oh,
I specialize in portraiture and weddings.
Where do you photog?
Photog, especially outside.
Good luck to you, sir, too. Anything else you want to tell us?
Sure. I'm just recently married, too, last June, same as she was.
Yeah?
And one other thing I might mention, I'm from a small little town in Northern California called Herlong.
Herlong?
Herlong. I thought you'd like that.
Well, you heard him cheering, AJ.
What's
It
that?
used to be called his lawn, but
Yes.
the girls got
Okay, may I remind both of you that you will be trying to match as many of the celebrities as you can, and the winner will go on to play the Big Money Super Match, which can pay off over $10,000. Now, Sheila, I will ask you to make a selection.
I'll try for B.
B.
Yes.
Sheila said she wants B, and we're all playing. Tom said, I was born in Los Angeles, and was it smoggy. I was 10 years old before I saw my own blank. That's how smoggy it was when he was born then.
No kidding.
You talk to yourself, you know that?
No, it's true. There's my answer.
All right, we'll come over here to Lieutenant Hunter. Up, up. Tom said, I was born in Los Angeles, and was it smoggy? I was 10 years old before I saw my own
Mother?
mother. Hear what she said? She said mother.
That's the best-looking lieutenant I've ever seen.
Yes, isn't she a handsome fellow?
When I was in the army, the female officers, the WACs, they weren't as good-looking.
No, they weren't.
They used to issue each WAC a can of industrial Nair. So times have changed. Times have changed. Well, I'm sorry that it was so smoggy. He was 10 years old so before he saw his own belly button.
His own belly button. Okay.
That's very smoggy.
That is smoggy. That's thick air. What do you say, Brett?
I say I'm very disappointed in Orson.
Why?
Because he said belly button when he should have said mother.
Mother. That's one for Sheila. Hello, Charles.
I said nose, dear. I'm sorry.
No.
Nose? nose. You can't see your own nose, you dummy.
Leave him alone.
Oh, pardon me.
He's a big Broadway director now.
Oh,
He's got
I
a big
know.
hit on his hands.
He never gave me a job.
Well, now that he's,
That's why he's a big Broadway director.
Hello, Pat.
Hello.
Would you like to show and tell?
Yes, I would tell and show. Brett taught me everything I know, and so did Betty White. I said mother.
Very good, Patricia. Very good.
I learned, Brett.
Tom said I was born in Los Angeles, and it was smoggy. I was 10 years old before I saw my own mother, according to Sheila.
Well, in England, we say mum.
Oh.
Mom. 3 for you, Sheila. Now, Sheila, don't expect too much from Betty.
True. I
She's
think
on
I
her
was
way to a funeral.
on the wrong
She's wearing her basic black. You leave her alone. She looks, stand up. Look at how chic this lady is. She's really an elegant-looking lady. Oh, dear me. That's enough. All right, you can sit down. Sit down now. That's black. It really arouses her, doesn't it?
All that horsing around didn't help my answer at all.
Oh, it didn't?
No, it's still
a,
feet.
Still a rotten answer, eh? Feet. I was a 10-year-old before I saw my own feet. Not a bad answer, come to think of it. Okay, that's yours, Sheila. And you did exceptionally well for a first-round question, which are a little tougher. Here we go. She's got 3, and here we go. Betty White said, being married to Alan Ludden isn't so bad. It could be worse. I could be married to blank.
What is it again?
Betty White said being married to Alan Ludden isn't so bad. It could be worse. I could be married to blank. All right, just think. Okay. Maybe you don't understand the question, do you, Betty?
If you were married to Alan Ludden, you wouldn't understand the question either.
That's not true.
Let's see who understands it and who doesn't, because I think it's a nifty question. Betty White said being married to Alan Ludden isn't so bad. It could be worse. I could be married to...
No offense, but Richard Dawson? I guess it was an offense.
Now, wait, let me explain to him. You see, the implication is... No, you'll never understand. Orson, what do you say?
I used to be married to Alan Ludden in another life, and no, I said could be worse. Could have been married to Lassie. She likes animals.
Yes, that would be nice. I mean, she's an animal lover.
A little furry when she had to kiss him goodnight, but aside from that, it wouldn't have been bad.
What do you say?
I understand Alan's a little furry when you kiss him goodnight, too. I said she could be married to Charles and Reilly, or Reilly, as the case may be.
That wouldn't be so bad. None of you got really
He's
got
a little
the
furry when you kiss him
idea.
goodnight.
Betty did. I saw her answer.
Well, no, wait a minute. Let's see what Charles has. Maybe he got the idea.
I don't know if I can do this whole evening. I don't know why I said this. He's a friend of mine, but I thought it's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Monty Hall.
Monty Hall is a good answer. That's the whole idea of the question. Goodness. What did you say?
Art Linkletter.
Art Linkletter.
Well,
Okay. Being married to
get it
Alan
now.
Ludden so bad. It could be worse. I could be married to...
I get you mean because Alan was the MC of Password, you mean an MC who would be revolting and
Yes.
horrible, right?
Yeah.
Gene Rayburn.
No offense.
No offense.
Yes, I do take offense.
Well, tell AJ.
What do you mean, no
take
offense? I do take offense. What do you say?
I say, animal lover that I am, he could be married to King Kong.
King Kong.
I would never have to take an elevator again. He would just hand me up into the 4th story.
So where are we here? We're at the end of round 1. It's 3-0 in favor of the Lieutenant Hunter. And we'll all pop to and do round 2 in a moment or so. But first, pay attention to these messages. Here we go. Round 2 coming up. Bing. Round 2. Lieutenant Hunter, we'll ask you to go first since you're ahead.
I'll try B again.
B again. Maybe on your toes over there. At the circus, Lester said to the ringmaster, say, you better get down to the sideshow fast. The fat lady is blanking the midget.
Only 3 people called. No, only 3 people.
Oh, only 3 people play. Who are the 3 people?
Betty is one.
You don't play. You play, Charles. Orson does, and Betty plays. You don't.
Null and void.
At the circus, Lester said to the ringmaster, you better get down to the sideshow fast. The fat lady is blanking the midget.
Thank you very much. I don't play.
I was reading it to him.
Oh, I see.
Do not speak unless you are spoken to.
Oh, okay, hon. That's not what you're saying, then,
Yes.
Saint. Oh,
Ready? Ready?
why does his hand always get crippled as soon as he puts a pen in
He's
it?
got it. Wait a minute. No. His brain is working fine. He's got it. Here we go.
Cute.
Sheila Hunter. At the circus, Lester said to the ringmaster, say, you better get down to the sideshow fast. The fat lady is blanking the midget.
Loving?
Loving the midget.
Boo.
I don't think the audience likes that. Fat lady is loving the midget. I don't know what that means, but we'll let the judge figure it out. You just hold up your card and show and tell. Say it loud, even though you're ashamed of it.
Yes. That's telling him a fat lady. Fat lady is molesting the midget.
Molesting.
Oh,
No?
it's a form of love, Ira.
That's right.
It's all according to who the recipient is.
Well, he had.
The one I had and threw out wouldn't have been any better.
What's that?
Fat lady is sitting on the midget.
That would have been very good. What'd you say? No, you don't say
No, I
anything,
don't
Charles.
play that.
I said attacking. Dramatically
Attacking.
attacking.
Attacking. She says loving the midget.
That's what you
Now,
were
we got one more response, and we got that from Betty White. What did you say?
Sure know how to hurt a girl, Orson. I said sitting on and thought it was kind of good.
Yeah. So, all is not lost, AJ. 3 to tie, 4 to win. Gloria said,
Yikes.
my blind date last night must have been an undertaker. He had a blank in the back seat of his car. My blind date last night must have been an undertaker. He had a blank in the back seat of his car. May I just peek? Because it is my show, after all. All right? Okay. That's okay. You're okay, Pat. That's okay.
We had an undertaker in our neighborhood.
You had an undertaker in your neighborhood.
All us kids used to drive him crazy. We'd keep going into the store that he had there and say, you got any empty boxes?
Okay.
Seriously, folks.
You ready, AJ? All right. Gloria said, my blind date last night must have been an undertaker. He had a blank in the back seat of his car.
All I could think of was a glorious coffin.
A coffin in the back seat of his car. All is not lost, Lieutenant. Don't give up the ship. Okay, who plays? Everybody. Orson, you're first.
The undertaker was going to the drive-in movie with let a whole car full in for $1.50, and he couldn't pass up the bargain, so he had a body back there.
A body, right. Body's good, isn't it? Brett, what did you say?
Well, I thought coffin, but then I knew he had a little tiny Pinto, so I thought you couldn't fit a coffin in there, but
Be difficult.
you could sure as get a corpse.
A corpse or a body? That is the definitive answer, Charles.
3 bodies.
3 bodies. Now, you got to match the rest of them, AJ, to stay in the game. He is looking for a body. Oh, he's looking for a coffin.
Coffin.
You have the body. He has the coffin. Yes.
Why don't you ask me first? Because
All right.
the last time, if you remember,
Oh, that's
he
right.
said something rather nasty.
Yes, he did.
And I said, no offense.
Right.
So ask me
All right.
first.
Gloria said, my blind date last night must have been an undertaker. He had a blank in the back seat of his car, and AJ said he had a coffin in the back seat of the car.
Okay. No offense taken. Coffin.
Coffin.
Man to do that.
Now the bad news.
Now the bad news. Now we go back in sequence, and we call on you, Pat.
Yeah, well, you're nobody to your somebody. And that's what I put in there. a
She had
body.
body, so that means Lieutenant Sheila Hunter wins the game. What do you have, Betty? Body. Congratulations. Okay. Now, if you just wait here a moment or so, I'll get back to you. Pleasure to meet you, A.J. Carlson.
You too. Thank you.
Good luck to you. We've got some gifts for you together with our thanks. A.J. Carlson, ladies and gentlemen. And there he goes. And while he's spinning off, listening some messages for you. Come back. Here we are. You ready?
Thought I'd blown it.
You thought you had blown it, but you won it. Yeah, 3-0. Okay, congratulations to you. And now, Sheila, it's time for the big money super match where you can win over $10,000. Now, to do that, we've got 2 audience matches for you, and I want to point out to you that whatever you win in these audience matches, you'll multiply by 10, and that's the amount you'll be playing for. Here we go. We polled a recent studio audience, and we got their best response to this. Heartbreak blank. Now, the answer they gave most often is worth $500 if you match it. If you match the next one, you get $250, and the third gets you $100. Now, you're allowed to call on 3 of our celebrities to give you a little assist here and suggest some answers.
I think I tried Pat. I would say Heartbreak Kid.
Heartbreak
Kid.
Oh, okay.
It's a movie.
Heartbreak Kid.
It was a
Oh,
movie.
yeah, that was a movie.
All right.
Just refreshing my memory here.
Orson.
How about Heartbreak Hotel?
Heartbreak Hotel. I know it well. It's in Encino, isn't it? One more.
Richard.
Present.
Heartbreak Present.
Oh, that's a good one. Yes.
Heartbreak.
Yeah, just a second.
Heartbreak. I can't suggest an
Yeah.
answer. Heartbreak.
Somewhere where someone lives, you mean?
No,
No,
Richard.
Richard.
Just a second. I'm getting a spirit message.
Psoriasis.
Heartbreak of psoriasis.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I had that one back there just in case.
So there you are. You got Heartbreak Kid, Heartbreak Hotel, and Heartbreak of Psoriasis. Which one would you like, if any? You can choose one of your own, you know, Sheila.
I think I'll go for hotel. I don't think anyone can spell psoriasis.
She's going for a hotel because she can't spell psoriasis.
You don't
I
have
don't
to
understand.
spell
You don't have to spell anything. The audience might not have been able to spell it. I see. Heartbreak Hotel is what we want. Let's find out where it is, if indeed it is up there at all. May we see the $100 response? There it is. Number
That's how
one.
you spell it.
That's how you spell it. That was Richard's answer. Hotel is what we want. May we see the $250 number? Kid. Oh, you got 2 out of 3, Sheila. How's that look to you?
Terrific.
Okay, here we go. Last chance for Heartbreak Hotel. May we see the $500 response? Oh, now you got it. Congratulations. Very good. What about him? He gave it to you. All right. Now, my dear, you've won $500.
I would like to ask a question
What?
before we carry on. What the hell is Heartbreak Hotel?
Heartbreak Hotel.
A song by Elvis Presley.
A song by
film.
Elvis Presley?
And a film.
It was a film, yes. It was a movie.
Yeah.
She
It
knows
was a
it
book
under a
first.
different title.
What?
Heartbreak Motel.
Sorry about it.
Yeah. Now, Sheila, the least you'll be playing for is 10 times the $500, which you just won, or $5,000. And we're going to see now how much more you're going to win with our second audience match. Okay, Earl? Standing blank. Okay, let's see what answers we get from our celebrities.
Charles.
My play, The Belle of Amherst, in Boston, Denver, and Seattle, and on Broadway. Standing room only.
Standing room only. Okay.
Betty.
And at the end of that perfectly beautiful play, she gets a standing ovation.
Yes, she does.
Julie Harris.
Julie Harris is really marvelous in that show.
You gotta try Brett.
You gonna try, Brett?
You won't like it.
Yes.
He whispered to her, standing of psoriasis.
Standing of psoriasis. Well, one good turn deserves another. He gave a little disease there. What?
What about standing invitation?
Standing invitation out of the 3. Standing
Well, it's
invitation,
number 3, don't
standing
be hateful.
ovation, and standing room only. Now, what was your first thought?
Standing ovation.
Really? That's what you want to go with, huh? We are looking for a standing ovation. That's the one that Betty gave her. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's see if standing ovation is under the $100 number. Standing up?
That was my second thought.
It was, really?
You just couldn't remember.
Standing ovation, where are you? Where are you? Are you under the $250 number, I ask you? Yes, you are. Congratulations. Very good. Yeah. You've won $250 this time. We multiply that by 10, gives you $2,500. Add that to the previous $5,000 means you're shooting for a pot of $7,500. Very good.
Can we see the
You want to
top
know?
one?
Please show us.
What do you think it is?
I think
Standing room only.
Standing room only, Charles' answer? Okay, Earl, slide it.
On the
Standing room.
You're right. You're absolutely right. SRO. Okay. Now, to collect the $7,500, Sheila, you've got to match one of our celebrities exactly. It's time for you to choose one now.
Try Richard.
You're going to try Richard, okay? He's got his fingers crossed. You get your thought waves going over to Richard. It's not a great distance. Think about it and concentrate real hard now. When you come up with an answer in your mind, and see if you can get ESP over there. Here it is. It's worth $7,500. Golf blank. That's GOLF blank. Now, Sheila, for $7,500, what answer do you want to give us that you think will match his golf?
Course.
Golf course. Why are you awing? Have you got another answer? Golf ball. Oh, okay. Well, let's find out now. She says golf course will match you. For $7,500, Richard, what do you say?
There's a lot of them, Don. Golf club and golf course. And I said ball.
Golf ball. I think golf ball would be the most common now, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Golf course, golf ball, golf club. There really are a lot.
Golf pro.
Golf pro, yes.
Hope.
Bob Hope, sure. What's that? Golf cart? Yes. Golf of psoriasis. There's all.
Gulf of Mexico.
Sheila, you won a grand total of $750. Congratulations to you. Now we've got some messages for you. Come back. Well, we've had a grand time. Haven't we had a grand time?
I had
Say
a
yes.
wonderful
Yes,
time. I
of course
hope
we've
you'll
had a
ask
grand
me
time.
back.
We'll have a grand time again next week on Match Game PM. Join us. Gene Rayburn here. Good.
Some contestants will receive Aristocon Beautiful Cushion Floor. This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game TM, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.